Hello, folks. Long time no see, long time no hear from. We're still in quarantine. Welcome. This is Let's Dig in Miami. This is George. I'm Louis, and we took a little time off.
Hiatus.
Yes, we took a little hiatus, and we're back with some great new recipes. We're healthy, we're strong, and we're going to show you how to cook different things and how to stay comfortable, relevant, and
Safe?
yes,
What the heck?
safe. So basically, I'm going to pass this on to George. And George, what you got for us today?
We're gonna do some pork chops, and we can actually stuff them with some crawfish.
Ooh,
Okay, I got a
nice.
little bit of seasoning here, and I boiled this earlier today with some Cajun seasoning. So I'm gonna take the meat out of them and stuff them into our pork chops. So you guys gonna love this recipe. Simple, simple, simple.
Can't wait.
See you in a bit.
Let's dig in.
Now, guys, we're gonna prep our crawfish. Okay, these are called crawfish, but they're prawn. This is a freshwater crawfish prawns. Okay, so I'm gonna prepare them and cut them up and stuff them into our beautiful pork chops. Okay, and this is how we're gonna do them. It's very simple.
Quick question. If you were to describe the texture of a prawn, it kind of looks like a little very small
Shrimp.
shrimp, like a shrimp, like a hard shrimp.
Like a little shrimp.
So is it
freshwater?
Is it freshwater? That's interesting. It looks like a lobster. And
lobster.
the good thing about it doesn't taste like dirt, because I'm like, some of those sweetwater fish taste like dirt, like a tilapia.
And this is how we do it.
Nice.
Okay, no dirt.
No, it doesn't taste like dirt like tilapia. I stopped eating
not at all.
tilapia years ago.
I hate tilapia. But anyway, this is how we do it, so we can just squeeze it and cut it up. It's like a mini lobster. It's like a little mini lobster.
Nice.
Okay?
And what is that? That's basically you keep the end of that as well, right?
Yeah.
That little, okay.
So we cut it up again. I'm going to chop these up and I'm going to stuff them in our pork, which is delicious.
Let me ask you a question, George. What can we do with these heads? You make a soup afterwards? What do you do?
You could do that actually in Louisiana, Texas, places like that. I don't know if you want me to do this, but you actually suck the head.
Okay, let's try to keep it G here.
No, it's delicious.
That's kind of gross. Does it taste good though? I know a lot of people.
Delicious.
Nah, I'm still not on that level. Okay, wow. So I guess he'll be eating all the heads. You want a head, Doug? No? All right. We're good there. All right.
So now we're gonna chop it up. I don't know if you noticed my new little toy. I keep buying knives. Thank God I'm not married, because they would kick me out. So boy, this is sharp.
Okay, folks, it's the time now to stuff the chop. Now, I don't know how thick this is, George. This is about, what, like 2 inches thick? An
2
inch
and a half, maybe almost 3.
Look
Give
at
or
this.
take.
Give or take?
Yeah.
This bad boy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my sharp knife. I'm going to place it like so. Be very careful. I'm going to score it towards the middle, so I have a certain angle how to cut it. So with my fingers not being close by, I'll just score it like this. This is scoring, indenting it, right? And then I'll just keep on going down. One stroke. It opened up a little bit. Here goes another stroke, right? And one more stroke. Now, you don't want to cut it all the way. You want to kind of cut it like a butterfly. Kind of like when you have like a, big chicken breast and you don't cut it all the way through, just like this. I'm going to season the walls, and I'm seasoning the outer meat area first before I stuff it. So we're going to do a little, this is what, Himalayan salt, George, because you like using Himalayan salt? All right, a little bit more. Going to start with all the seasoning first, the sides, little Himalayan salt, boom. Check it out, Doug, if you want to do a little slow motion shot, like, okay, little paprika, right? Be a little generous paprika.
But paprika just gives it color. I mean, there's very little flavor to paprika.
I was gonna ask you, what is the purpose of paprika?
It's color, pretty much. It doesn't have a lot of flavor, but it makes it look nice.
I hear you. Gonna pat that down, guys. And what we got left? The lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper. So lemon pepper on the sides, insides. Open it up. The lemon pepper here. Want to be a little generous, guys, because remember, flavor is everything, and so is texture. All right, here we go. We're gonna stuff this bad boy with some crab meat. Crab meat. Haha. Did I say crab meat?
You said crab meat.
I didn't. What are we doing here? These are
Crawfish.
crawfish from Louisiana. All right, take a little bit here. Guys, place that bad boy right in here. This looks beautiful. Man, this looks great. Some dill in here, some seasoning. George, what's the next step after this bad? We're gonna do another one?
Yeah, we'll do the next one right there. We're actually, there's one already cut.
Pre-cut,
there.
right?
Yeah, pre-cut. So we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing.
Do the same thing?
Seasoning, a lot of that.
A lot of that? And then we're gonna sear it for how many minutes on each side? We're gonna sear
We
it?
sear it for about 3 minutes on each side at very high heat, and then we stick it in the oven at about 350 for about 20 to 30 minutes.
Now, George, now when it comes to searing, now, what kind of oil we use for searing?
I like to use olive oil. I know it smokes. Olive oil smokes a lot, but I like the flavor. People like to use either canola oil, sesame seed oil, something like that. I still like to sear my stuff with olive oil. So,
And it's infused with what from you? This is rosemary from your
This is actually from rosemary from my backyard.
backyard. Wow, this guy has growing rosemary. That's awesome. I thought at times he was growing something else. But no, he's good. He's good. All right, cool. So we're gonna sear this for 3 minutes on each side, guys, and we'll be right back.
So what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna sear it on both sides, and then we're gonna put it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 30 minutes, okay? So let's start doing that. I'd use a little bit of olive oil.
Can you show us that olive oil, George? Looks good, man. What you got, rosemary? in your
Yes,
backyard?
the rosemary. You hear that? That's what you wanna hear.
You get that sizzle?
We're gonna sear them on both sides. Once it's seared, we're gonna go ahead and put them in the oven for another 30 minutes. So I'm ready to flip. Remember, all we want is that beautiful color. Okay, so let's see how this is. Oh my God, look at this. That's what we want, that beautiful color. So we're flipping our 3 beautiful chops. Make sure they're seared on all sides. Wow, that looks beautiful. I want to eat this already. And then we're going to finish them up in the oven. Guys, invest in smell-o-vision. The best. This smells so delicious.
Hey guys, now how do I make my kids eat vegetables in my house? I think about a couple of things: color, texture, and of course, flavor. Vegetables don't have to be boring. Vegetables don't have to be soggy. They could be flavorful, colorful, and they could be delicious. Now, one thing that we're gonna do here, we're gonna do some asparagus with some Brussels sprouts, and I'm gonna season these up a little bit, that I guarantee that your kids are gonna love it. So, here is, I like to call them like mini cabbages because they look like a mini cabbage. We're gonna cut these bad boys in half. One, because who likes to stuff a whole freaking Brussels sprout down their mouth? And 2, you cut it, it's easier to cook and it cooks faster, right? Pretty simple. So let's start cutting these little bad boys, and I'm gonna season them afterwards. So you wanna make sure, you don't have to use an aggressive knife like this, but you know George happens to be a knife collector. And we're using this bad boy. Doug said we need ratings, so here we go, Doug. Hopefully I don't cut a finger. So as you cut all of these, right? And let's make sure, guys, like if your Brussels sprouts have that little nasty, like little thing, this is clean, so I'm gonna leave this on. But if it does, just cut this off. Depending on where you buy your produce, you're gonna have cleaner vegetables. And of course, we're going organic, guys. We already know why. It's a little bit more expensive, but I mean, what does it take to eat healthier, right? Another thing about after cutting these Brussels sprouts, asparagus, right? Now, what's the right way how to cut asparagus? Do you cut it through the half? Do you cut it here? Oh, this is slimy. Well, first of all, if you have slimy asparagus, you could wash it off, but if it smells kind of funky, don't use it. Now, this is a proper way how to cut your asparagus. What you want to do is you want to place your thumb here, and the soft part will break off. Once the soft breaks off, you throw this part away, and you keep this one. You get it? Throw this one away, and you keep this one. This is how you properly cut asparagus. All right, guys. Let me do a little Hollywood magic, and we're going to have some Brussels sprouts cut and some asparagus tips cut. And I'm going to introduce some flavors and some textures. And I guarantee that everyone is going to love the vegetables that you need in your life. Now that I have my skillet preheated, I'm going to give it a little bit infused rosemary olive oil to get it started. A little generous here. Flip it around, make sure it's evenly coated, right? And we're going to start with the texture. Now this is something that I use very much. George doesn't use these, but these are onion bits. This is great with eggs. This is great with adding texture. So I'm going to throw these in there, and it's going to actually caramelize a little bit and give it that extra crunch and that texture that your kids are going to love, and it's going to pop with flavor. So I just drop these in here like that, right? Some of these onion bits. I'm going to throw in some cilantro, okay? Just like that, you're gonna hear it sizzle. This is Himalayan sea salt with Italian seasoning. Now, Italian seasoning has a lot of seasoning. It has oregano, it has rosemary, it has thyme. There's about like 5 or 6 seasonings that create Italian seasoning. With the Himalayan, I'm gonna throw that in here as well. All right. Here we go, some more cilantro. Now, this is the beauty of it. You could use chicken broth, you could use water. I use a little bit teriyaki, but right now we want to stay a little bit healthier and keep the calories low. So I'll put a little bit of water right in here. All right, stir that up a little bit. Some more onion bits. All right, keep that moving. Remember, we're gonna add about a cup of water, and you wanna cook these Brussels sprouts in there. All right, so you're gonna throw your Brussels sprouts in here. Add a little bit more water, flip them around, make sure it's all the onion bits are grabbing it, the cilantro's grabbing it. You know, throw a little bit more of the Italian seasoning with Himalayan salt. All right, folks, what you want to do is you want to cover this for about 7 minutes. Make sure they're soft, and then you're going to add your asparagus with a little bit more of cilantro into it. Let's dig in.
So we're ready to bring out our beautiful pork. Guys, look at that. That is amazing. Came out beautiful. Again, it smells so delicious. Oh my gosh, beautiful.
Well, folks, it's time to plate. George has his tongs here, and we're gonna grab the pork chop and place it on the plate. Look at that, man. Let's not forget, guys, it's filled with crawfish inside. Look at that. Some of the delicious Brussels sprouts that are very tender with asparagus. Remember, we want to cook the Brussels sprouts first for 7 minutes, then add the asparagus that take only about like 3 minutes, and boom.
And we're good to go.
Good to go. Look at that. You got your healthy, you got your meat, your protein, a little glass of wine, some great music, positive vibes only. Okay? That's it. That's what life is about. Let's stay healthy, guys. Thank you for being a part of our show. We really appreciate you guys. Let's dig in. Season 2, Episode 2, Quarantine. Oh, and hold up. I got to do this real quick for my boy. Hold on. George doesn't like this. No, they're not paying this, but this is a young artist. He makes t-shirts. His name is Zion, and yo, these are fly to death. All right? Hold on.
Enjoy.
Put on your mask, bro.
I didn't put the mask.
Put on the freaking mask.
I'm not doing mask.
Hey, I still love them. Cuban privilege.
Love you guys.
Let's dig in.
See you next week, okay?
We love you.